ומצפה להקשתכם על 5 כדי להתחיל בהקלטה. אינכם עוברים כרגע לשידור. בסיום נתחיל את הקו.
אוי 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 שלום עליכם. אוי 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 שלום עליכם מלך, תודה לשבת איתי, יותר קל. Shlomo, you're on the way, Shlomo. I don't hear you. 1 second. Hey, what did you say?
My car broke down. Oh, I thought it was going to something.
Yes, it's many you shouldn't break down, that's all. Car can break down, but a person, there's no reason for a person to break down. It's part of the cycle. That's what we're going to talk about tonight.
I guess there's that was house learn and that's a brachto.
You only learn it, and there's no other way to learn it.
That's it. Who breaks down more? Oh.
So
We're waiting with sablunas.
Yes. Tonight we're going to speak about a subject which is called Rtzoi ושוב. All the Siddush's for the connection to the Baruch Shalom. We'll be in a cycle of forwarding and reverse, going forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Rtzoi means running. The neshama will always run to the nothingness, to the Ein Sof. Just like a fire. They say that you put it next to a very big furnace, a candle, and you run to the furnace, to the fire, the big fire, and let it, and the candle would
it will get drawn to the big fire.
יתחבר, but Kadosh Baruch Hu knew that this will happen. So he made us in such a way of also shov. Shov means we're returning the soul to the something, to the metzius of creation, we'll call it. That means that's the way Kadosh Baruch Hu keeps us going. We'll expand that soon. There's, from one side, a person has to recognize what he's here for. He's here for to connect to that Ein Sof. From the other side, you should always do it with the Taryag mitzvahs, with those have saturated Ein Sof, saturated memuzag Ein Sof. That's the only way a person could connect to the Ein Sof. What we're going to explain tonight, how does this work? That means Rtzoi ושוב is actually a Bushaper set down a sort of foundation that our main work is by the shov more than by the Rtzoi. Rtzoi means you're not controlling not the Rtzoi, you're not controlling your forwardness, you also ain't controlling your shov. Kadosh Baruch Hu is just like he gives you air, it takes out the air, breathing, so it gives you air that is shov, so you can think you can run it on your own. And Rtzoi, you're losing your air, so you see you can on your own, so suddenly you're running to the Baruch Shalom back. That means every time a person goes has a certain drive to go down, to do something, like we're going to a shiur tonight. So that is the rצוא. Suddenly we have in the back here someone working, just like in Israel, it's all over, you know that. Everybody's working, everybody's fixing. So that is the Russian, that's the soul, as we say. The baskol, the Tefsche called it the baskol from Shivi Bunim Shivurim. I can get broken. Okay, tonight I can't say a shiur, there's a big noise here, and we'll leave it for next time. But no, I know that actually when it's quiet, I could just like now, there's nobody bothering me. He wants me to live, that if he's still here, it's him holding me here. So the only way I can get there is through the shuv. That means the shuv suddenly can take me to a place that I'm not controlled. Rצוא, I can talk myself into it, that I'm the one that made the rçוא. But then we lost out the cause that Baruch Hu created the world. Tonight is the Yutzat from the Ramchal, Chaim, Vatzato. Ramchal has a whole mama of Kivui. It's good to learn it. Mama of Kivui. But the Ramchal there explains that the whole avodah of a person, let's take down something here. Where's this?
This meeting is being recorded.
The Ramchal says that Baruch Hu created the world. Before the world was created, was Ein Sof. Lucid Levai, we will come to the complete revelation for the reason that the world was born, was created. Now in the middle, like a sandwich, we have the beginning, we have the end. It's called the Oil and the Oiver. And we also have it, and we have the year, and we have the Oiver. Right now, we're not in Ein Sof, and we're not into the complete that we have to do. So actually, we got mixed up. Am I or am I not? Am I? So how come I'm not? If I'm not, how come I am? That means all along, a person has his struggle between the rçוא and the shuv. Rçוא gives me a feeling that I am. Shuv gives me the feeling that I cannot. So where does the avodah for a person starts?
But rצוא and shuv is also the Baruch Hu, no?
Right. So where's my part?
Where's my part?
What does rçוא mean as part of a Baruch Hu? That means the Gemara says, "Ein lechu kol Eser ve'eser she'en lo malach shemaku lo v'oy megadel." There is no such thing a grass that has a malach up there and gives it a bang and it starts growing. Says the Aptuf, what's that malach? How does that work? So the Aptuf says every blade of grass has a star in the sky. That when the star twinkles and it gives a little light, suddenly the grass wants to go up, as we said before, by the fire. Suddenly onto the fire, but the star is only a twinkle. It turns off right away. So every day, every time it goes up, as if it would be all the time, it would go all the way up. That means So we know that the Rutzoy is not, Kadosh Baruch Hu gives us, because it's like a magnet. Going down is also not me. Kadosh Baruch Hu created me with a magnet which is called Ufa Atu, Ufa Usha. And the magnet from the Chomius, from the mundane, schleps me down all the time. So, who am I exactly?
The big question.
The big question. So actually, the matura that we have to come to is to understand that it's not me. What is the problem? I think that that going up is me, and going down is also me. So then I'm all the time busy blaming all kinds of people that I fell down. And when things go, I become very arrogant about gava. I think that I'm doing it. What I called it, it's gava yush, gava yush. When things go, I'm busy that I did it.
So you're not busy with yourself when you're going down if you blame others.
You blame others, but it's again arrogance of yourself.
The arrogance of yourself.
The arrogance of yourself gets hurt, so you say, I'm okay, but I have someone that's bothering me. Whoever it is, always, it's the mashgiach or my father or my mother, my brother, or whatever it is, there's always someone out there that I can, the air, there's always something out there that I have to blame. Why? Because I won't be able to come, I won't want to agree to come to the shiftless, to understand my helplessness, to understand my nullness, because I'm always busy with arrogance. But the only one that forces me to the corner, that gives me the bechira, we call it, is the shoiv. Because the Rutzoy, why in the world should I say I'm not doing it? I don't see it. It's just seeing it from believing. So by the shoiv, says the Bush, that's when the work starts. Then we get the bechira. What bechira do we get? So decide that your problem started because you thought that the Rutzoy, that your forwardness, comes from yourself. But then you see that's you're not able to forward yourself. So then you fall down. But you fall down and get broken. Why do you get broken? So it's a waste of my time. Even if I will decide that I can, but a second later I cannot. So why start the whole procedure? You know that, how it works, yeah? You have the Torah, I thought only I have it. I thought only I have that. But the Tachlis is, says Rebusha, that the Kadosh Baruch Hu told David HaMelech, Bini, Atu, you're my son. Ani, Hayom, Yiledetichu. You should know that today I gave birth to you. What does today mean? This second. A second later, I'm giving birth again. The Koilan Hashum with the Halal Ko is not that he gives you once air for 120 years. He's giving you life every second. It's not
a one-time charge.
It's not a one-time charge. That means it's all, every second from its new. So maybe you have to start every second because you're new every second. You're busy with what was. What will be, you're not a was and you're not a will be. Now you can live the however you can live in the present, then I live the tichu because you can recognize me. That the past fell away and the future is not here yet, that I'll decide when to give it to you. What does a person says that I'm chal derive from it? What does he profit from it? A prophet, when Taisha Mashiach will come, you have a rui kalame iluris kishem Hashem nikru olechu. That you're ready to live. That anything that's happening right now, it's not you. It's the Baruch Shalom that is revealing himself through you. Then, right now you cannot see it because you're losing it a second later. But when Mashiach will come, will be a difference between a person that was living right now, the hoiva, they're present. A person that was always busy blaming all the people or was arrogant. So when that real light comes out again, which is lucid luva, which is again Ein Sof, tzadikim misrapen bo, says lucid luva, Kodesh Baruch Hu will take out the sun, and without any cover, without any levush, Kodesh Baruch Hu moitze chamo min artika, from the shell, and tzadikim misrapen bo, they'll get hine lekeini zeh. Till now, we wouldn't know where the Ribbono Shel Olam is. Suddenly, we know that we were busy. These days we're only busy with Zois, not with Zeh. That means when Mashiach will come, the same Zois that I was hiding, the Zois Yuvahan, it was something I wasn't sure about. But I'm sure that I'm not sure. That gave me the betuchen. That's a Kodesh Baruch Hu. I have no other way out of this. So then, Lucid Luvi, I'll be able to say, this is the Zois that I was busy all along. That it's this, it looked like an illusion now. Right now it looks like a dimion. But in that illusion is Emes Lamitoi. But I only see that Emes Lamitoi, Nerei Ein Ba'ain. You'll only see it, Lucid Luvi. Right now, it's only Besui Echze Lekai. Every time you come to that Besui, which is called the shoiv, that you see backward. So then, echze, I can able to see elikai in the rutzoi.
Is that an encouragement for the oivev? What will be?
So we have to use both of them. We have to know that the hoivev is right now. This means in the rutzoi is there in order to strengthen you, that you shouldn't get broken in the shoiv, and the shoiv is there to know that you cannot see, but all you can do is believe that the root says the Ribbono Shel Olam, and without the show, you wouldn't come to believe. You'll really be arrogant to think that you're the ones doing it.
You have to have them both.
You have to be balanced, and the balance comes through leaving your arrogance, leaving your gava. But I have to force you to leave your gava, because you'll always be in rutzoi. You won't volunteer yourself to go to the rutzoi. So I have to. You automatic. A person runs to the arrogance, and once Kodesh Baruch Hu is not there in the shoiv, automatically he gets broken. And what you have to work on is not to get big and not to get broken, but recognize from the shoiv that actually you're not running the show, and there is somebody running me. So then, when you go shoiv, it only starts off in the mind, in the machshuva, but it doesn't necessarily have to run down in the dibba and talk stupid things, or do stupid things as masa. That means the Moshe says everything is machshuva, dibba, and masa. But there's no masa without any doing, without talking about it. There is no talking without thinking about it. And that every time something thinks, by the time it comes from the Ein Sof to you, it's always saturated. It's even mundane, and sometimes it could also be ishki chesedi. It can come in a negative way too. That means by the time the roots that a Kodesh Baruch is giving you, by the time you get it, you see yourself from shoiv, but not because shoiv, to know that it's not you and leave it in the pot and give it back to who gave it to you. So then it came in machshuva for a second, dak shebedak, but not that you should start thinking, oh, it's back again. Here I'm not able to be successful. No, Chaim because Baruch is giving birth to you every second through that. But how does a person know? Through the pain. Every time he has a pain, that he sees himself with his helplessness, that pain of the helplessness gives him the koyach that he should be able to see in the root. So it's not me, it's the Ribbono Shel Olam. Too complicated? So I'll tell you what happens to people, and then you understand. There are three types of people, how they look at the roots of a shayf. Okay?
Okay.
Three types of people. Everybody, now we went through that everybody has the roots of Hashem. There's no such things. These days you call it you're moody. I'm not a malach, I'm not a galach. Sometimes I'm going to conquer the whole world. A second later, I just don't want to know about anything. That means it's all the time. Every time I'm between Rutsa v'shoiv. I'm every time between morning and night, light and darkness.
Not stable.
So there are people that just get fed up. Where? Nein, da gangen zu doen, dat is afgegaan zu gaan. Aber wir können sagen, für Arias, Turgeman, das ich mache, ich weiß, sehr muss wissen. Keine Scham macht Aufnahme. But the I'm all the time, so there are three types of people.
Yeah.
The first type of people are the most comfortable people. So he decides, Shabbos, I have to be Shabbos, but the minute it comes Motzei Shabbos, I take everything on and go out for fun. So when I have to be in the Kodesh, I'm in the Kodesh. Whenever I'm in the mood, I'm doing it. Whenever I'm not in the mood, so suddenly you see yourself with two types of people. What does two types of people mean? Two types of people mean that there's when his people outside, he's Mr. Excellent. He speaks nice. You see here a person that understands things. But when he's alone, he can be nervous, can be
a completely
different
person.
Different person. Why? He's not into coping with himself. And so whatever it is, that minute, and he's outside. You see a nice, intelligent person. He accepts people. He's very shy, and he's very gentleman, as they call it. This is all when he's outside, but at home, suddenly he's a very nervous person, very, very angry person, and sometimes even alim, he's very violent too. Why does that happen? Because these people don't even chap that it's too mahalchim here. There's two variations. Sometimes the Kodesh Baruch Hu puts you in the Rutzoy, so you think you have the Sibis Abusha called around, they're acting nice. But once you have to start giving work that it's not you, they're not here, so all they're trying to do is to make a public good look, a good outlook, we'll call it. You should look good, but the inside of them is all rotten. But when they come out, it takes them 2 hours till they fix themselves up and come out and smile but once they come back home, they become back a wild cat. You know what that is too? Only I know. Okay, yeah. But once we know what it is, so we know where the problem is. As long as the person, that means there is no connection to what he's inside and what is outside. When he's inside, he's a totally lost man. When he's outside, suddenly he's controlling it, but it's not something, in the pneumis, it's not something that's part of him, it's being dragged. Just like in a Yali Shemayim, Yadis Haim, suddenly he's like the waves, he goes up and then he goes down. So he's moody, he's bipolar, whatever it is, sometimes he gets high and sometimes he gets down, and he's not taking control of the thing because he doesn't even notice that there is a difference. The things, everybody's that way. That is one. Second type of people, till we come to the avodah that the Bush is talking about, which is most people. The first one is called, it's shoiv, but le'ochor. suddenly he was going forward, and suddenly goes back in reverse. The person's the second is in drive, the second is in reverse. The second is drive, the second in reverse. The second one is he sees there is some problem here.
The second or the third?
Well, to the second now. Okay? The second person, he suddenly sees there is a difference between the Rutzoy and there's a difference between the Shoiv. How does he see that? That sometimes he's a quality person, and sometimes he's not busy with the quality. He's only busy to look good. So he sees we have to start to balance this as much as I can. So he's not going in reverse. He's trying to go in forward all the time, but he's working very hard. Why? He's trying to do it on his own.
That's why he's going reverse.
So when he gets tired or gets fed up of it, or he got lost, you don't find him, man, doesn't answer any phones, it's just leave me alone, or he goes to addiction, whatever it is, that's what happens then.
He goes back.
Goes back. So he knows I have to do the fighting, and he's trying to...
But he's trying to do it by
He's
himself.
trying to do it by himself, and he tries to find all kinds of kelim, they call it in a bit, all kinds of tools, all kinds of tools, and he's trying all the time how to work on his traits, how to work on his midas, and how to get over his ta'avot, as they call it, and the Yetzirah, and try to push up every time he wants something, pushes it up with a few minutes, and tries to work on it. Then he's still in the Rutzoy and the Shoiv, he's still in the ups and the downs, but it's not happening with such a big difference, like a kafa kela. Kafa kela means you feel yourself just like you're thrown from one end of the world to the other end of the world. The first one doesn't know what's going on. He's suddenly a malach, suddenly a galach. The other one knows that he has in himself a galach, he knows a melech, so he tries to keep as long as comes as a shul in your kip, he tries to keep it up.
Keep it in check.
And keep it in check. And he comes to the shul and this, and right after the session of Shiva, he loses it. Till next year, as my father used to say. That means, but he's trying to do something. So he knows that he's in a procedure, and he knows he didn't get to the end of it yet, but he doesn't get broken from it. That's the main thing. Not to get broken, he keeps on trying. That's most of the people. They buy self-help books, or all kinds of Bavodas Hashem, all kinds of books to give you aids not to get angry and not to get arrogant and etc. And he keeps on trying and trying and trying. Is every time he falls, he gets a little bit better. It's a little bit better. We should call it every time he falls. Actually, he chapped a mahalach that he shouldn't get lost. The third is what Rebbe is talking about. So the first one is he's always in Rutzoy and forward, and Shoiv in reverse, with the most extent that it's possible.
It's like two sides of a coin.
Two sides of a coin. The second one is doing procedure, but he's only coming back to that place, the new place, but he didn't reach the goal yet.
He's only coming to a bit forward when he's in the Shoiv.
He's in a better place than
in a
he was
better
yesterday.
place than it was yesterday.
In English, they call it "Anikwalo bato makom." I came to a new place. That's the psychology all busy with, to bring you into a new place.
To psychologist and all that stuff.
Then the third one is Avodas Hashem, which Rebbe says. There's no two phases of Rutzoy and one phase of Shoiv. At night, you're Mr. this, as some call it in English, and the day you're Mr. something else. It's the same person, that in order you should see that it's a Kodesh Baruch Hu giving you the Rutzoy, and is giving you the Shoiv, but not the Shoiv to break you in the Rutzen, to make you arrogant. That's the only way that you can see by the Rtzoi. When you're going forward, it's the Baruch, and then you won't get broken by the shoiv, by going reverse, because then again you'll know that it's there to help you see your emptiness, and you should be able to live the amina when things do go along. So that means we have three types of shoiv. Well, one type of so again we'll sum it up. There's Rtzoi and Shoiv. Rtzoi is when a person goes forward and goes backwards. And that is a Kodesh Baruch Hu created the world in such a way that a person will not be all the time in Rtzoi and not be all the time in Shoiv. So a person, and the Rosh says, where's my avoiding if everything that Kodesh Baruch Hu is doing? My avoiding starts by the Shoiv. That's when I have a chance to see that there's a certain cycle that Kodesh Baruch Hu is giving me, that He wants me, when it comes the time that we will recognize that the Rtzoi is not me, everything's a Kodesh Baruch Hu. Then the people that worked for this, when they will come, those who started saying that Kodesh Baruch Hu moitze chama menatika, so your neshama won't be going out. Why? Because tzaddikim misrapen bo. They'll be happy that all my work now came to a tachlis, to recognize the Ribbono, so that but a person that never was in the first stage, he was fighting back and forth, he was going in reverse. So then this same light will be a Gehenna for him. Shiurim, boy, and the people that were trying to do better, but never got to the end. So they'll have their awe that they build up for themselves to recognize that they need siyata d'shmaya, or where they thought they can do it on their own, they won't be able to see that all agunas. Why? Because they didn't work. You can only work on it now. So that if you work on it now, to believe that even what you cannot do is not there to punish you, not there to break you, it's so to see what you can do, you can do. So then the Busha said, there would be called echad nichve mechipusa shechavare. Everybody will get burnt. Without burnt, nichve means you'll get ugebrit, burnt from his chava. Why? Me and you, we both went through the same Rtzoi v'Shoiv. Just you, in your Rtzoi v'Shoiv, you understood it's a Shoiv le'echad. So there you're getting a much clearer, you're getting much clearer, nerei ayin ba'ayin. And I was in that same matzav as you, but I didn't put in the element that a Kodesh Baruch Hu is helping me. So then, the whole difference between today and right now, Kodesh Baruch Hu is behester. It gives me a feeling as if He's hiding. And He will reveal Himself, but again, He will reveal Himself as much as you worked on this revelation to reveal Himself. But even Kodesh Baruch Hu will reveal Himself, that revelation will only be yachasit to the revelation that we have today is hidden. Then it will be a revelation. But to the revelation, what the Kodesh Baruch Hu is really, ain't a gift, ain't a masiga gift.
So the Esther is an illusion. It's not really an Esther.
The Hester is an illusion, but not only the Hester is an illusion, the Gil is also an illusion. And we say in davening Adamchu, Achanchu, v'lo yedatichu. Inchu echad, b'chol ha-dimyonis. But we have to believe, the Pranya calls it, it's emes la'mitay. Why? Because it is true.
It is true.
But I can only live it in a dimyon. But that dimyon, lo seruva, will be Yiri.
Because if I will work on this now,
Yiri ayneini, v'yismach lebeini, v'sugan la'avsheini, tzakadosh baruch hu yimlach b'tzion. Till up to then, it's a simcha, but it's a simcha of believing, not a simcha of you can recognize it, you can say, those by Kriyas Shams was also Shivcha Layom Asheru Yecheskel. Why? because they came out of Mitzrayim, and they knew whatever they see now is not there. So maybe they were able to say, because they felt a shift, because they could see even more than Chazkanu didn't be able to come to such a shiftless as they were by Yitzias Mitzrayim. Any questions, Rabbi say?
I'm gonna try to find my mic. What is real?
Again, I don't hear you.
Said I tried to find my mic. I wanted to ask a question. What is real?
What is
there
real?
Something real?
So we are real. Sheker, the version is real emes. And the only way we can see his realness is through our real sheker. As long as I don't see it,
Which type of technology is it?
The Busha says, I tell them I'm still in the middle of the shiur. They can wait, but I'm still in the middle. People want to come in, I'm still in the middle of the shiur. Tell them if you want to tell them. That means emes is ushatevis, ani meshaker tamid from one side. So the more that as long as the person is, and as long as the person is as long as the person is in that revelation, is not taking for himself. The Bushach said, just like Abu Nichnasi Lepardis. That means they got a certain revelation that nobody else got it. The only one that went in B'shulim and got out B'shulim was the Akiva, that he remembered the first 40 years that he was always busy to understand things. So then, when he suddenly saw something that he doesn't understand, he accepted that it's enough to understand, and doesn't need to get to see it, but he doesn't need he doesn't need to understand. It's enough for him to believe. But once I tried to understand, which the other three that went into the paradise wanted to understand, that's where they got messed up. One passed away, one...
you have to understand that you can't understand.
You have to understand that you can't understand. So you got something.
The human mind wants to understand.
Sounds great. It sounds great, except the math doesn't work.
The math doesn't work. That means emunah.
I'm trying to understand, why is it that whatever I do right is a dimyan? If I do wrong, it's not a dimyan.
It's also a dimyan.
If you're talking about Hashem,
again,
whatever he does wrong, that's a dimyan. Whatever he does right is the right. How does the math work? It's always against us.
Oh, again, the question is how you're looking at it. If you're looking at your metzias, and you are doing, but you're also not the one that's doing. That means the Kodesh Baruch Hu, before there was Ein Sof, there was no such thing that I am doing something. Right now, who made your metzias, which is called Enosh. Let's put it this way: a malach does things, but he does no havaman at all that he's doing the things. But a malach does, the minute he's trying to connect to Baruch Shalom, he just says one word and he's lost. We can say Kudosh, 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 and we're still here. So who gives us this koach?
Kudosh is a dimyan.
A Kudosh, Kudosh, Kudosh is a dimyan for the malach too, not only for me. Because the Baruch Shalom is Ein give, Ein Mesiga give. But the difference is, Kodesh Baruch Hu gave us this koach of gava. From one side, I keep on trying, not because I can, because I know that this is my task. So, but by them, the dimyan, it has nothing to bring him back, and he goes out all the way completely and finished his task. And we have all the time the task that this dimyan comes in that I'm doing, so he has to help me that I cannot do. That is the shoiv. So the shoiv comes in a dimyan in the machshuvah to regularize that what I have, that dimyan that I'm doing, is not me. So it helps me regularize the dimion that it's the Rebbe that's doing, and he's also sending me the shoiv to help me come there. The Rtzah Shudim is Gabrulov is a Kodesh Baruch Hu Aa'zor. Kodesh Baruch Hu is helping you to see that any yuchla, you on your own can't.
So the mindset about everything is a dimion, the same thing.
More Adamchu, Achanchu, V'lo Yadatichu.
So it's right in all of the sides. Meaning even Balasaga is also about dimion.
That's only right. That's good. I give any singing.
So
But
what
HaKadosh Baruch Hu programmed us in such a way that we, just like the Chavi Hashem Mulach Gayas Luvish, so he programmed us with the same gava, but not that we should take the gava from myself. The gava that you throw away brings the gava to Kodesh Baruch Hu, to identity that he's the one and not me. That means let's call it this way: Atuhi Acheloi Nivro Olam, Atuhi Mishenivro Olam. It's the same bunch, not what, but Acheloi Nivro Olam. There wasn't anyone out there to recognize it's you. Now Mishenivro Olam, then I can think that it's me, and now I'm the one that gives the reclamation that it's you. But the Baruch Ani Hashem Lo Yishenisi. It's the same. It's the same Rebbeinu. The whole document is in that I took a very schwache PR, public relations, and you're the one that has to make. You're the one that makes me the public relations. So you have.
So what's the union about?
Sometimes you have somebody who has a very good item, but he doesn't do it right. Yeah. You have some people that is a very bad item, but he does it right. Yeah. You learn business.
You need to know how to use it.
What are you
asking?
I understand. I just don't understand. So what's the whole purpose of mitzvahs and Torah and all of that stuff? Everything is around the dimion.
Okay. Let's go.
And we're not really serving. We're not really listening. We don't even have the real. Everything is in our brain.
Very good.
We're all addicts. We're all on drugs. And we believe we understand Hashem. We listen to Hashem. The ganze Sache is a dimion.
Very good. So what is it?
Rבינו is a ben Adam, is a ben Emesh, and Adam Kachancha V'Leidati is written also in Rבינו. So this whole thing is one heck of a dimion.
So the whole difference between Rבינו and us is Moshe Ne'eman. Ne'eman means that he's doing everything, but he accepts that if my worker is, I'll explain you something that the Maggid said, you understand a little better. The Maggid says last week, Shvius, he says it, he says when the Mashiach will come, is Chitzpe Yazge. Chitzpe Yazge means, you know that these days they're singing the songs, thank you Hashem, I love you Hashem. So the Maggid says Alushin, you love Hashem, you know who Hashem is, you love him. This is just like going into the king and say, I love you. It's Masha Achil HaMelech, he calls it. So the Torah tells us to say V'ahavtas Hashem Elokecha. There's a mitzvah like loving the Ribbono Shel Olam. So he explains that Kodesh Baruch Hu created us in such a way that we have to be a servant wherever, if you want, if you don't want. But the question is for whom you're going to be a servant. You're going to be a servant to your understandings and to your craves and etc. So you're eved la'avodim, or you're going to do that avdus that you have. That means that you are an illusion, but you'll know that is a service that you give to the Ribbono Shel Olam. So Ribbono Shel Olam, I like the place that I work because that gives me also happiness and gives me koyach, which on the other eved la'avodim, it gives me weakness and gives me sadness.
The same thing with Gavra?
I love you, Ribbono Shel Olam. Why do I love you? Because of the work that you're giving me. Amanit Amalach, Amanit Agala. Because of the work that you're giving, sometimes you're taking away my money. Because sometimes I lose my mood. But I love you because that's the way I can keep myself all the time connected with you. And if that's what you want, so I'm not looking for anything better.
Meaning, what I understand from the Rebbe,
you're loving yourself.
You're saying that, yeah. Right.
That's not what I have to. That's not Kumoich.
I can't say I loved the Rebbe. I'm not in the dog.
Again,
I could say I hear.
I love the way you give me the work. That means, Ani Hashem. How can a person love himself? Because it's Ani Hashem. That's the only way I can get to the Rebbeinu Shloim, which is a dimyan, but it's emes lamitoy. So then I love my friend too, because now coming to the mitzvahs, all the mitzvahs are not the way you take it. All the mitzvahs are, and the Sanzu says, Baruch came to the Goyim and told them, you want to accept the Torah? They said, I'm sorry, it's not for me. This L'sirzach, L'signav, etc.
We're okay.
Says the Sanzeruf in the Chaim, to show me one country that you can kill people, can steal. There's no such thing. יש כדי רבה מדינה שאפשר לגנוב, לרצוח. Is what's going on? Why do they didn't want to take the toys? It's
not a nice thing to do.
It's not a
good thing to do.
No, we're in the 21st century, man.
No, we don't do.
About 2,000 years ago, then everyone would kill.
Ah, that's your answer. The sons of.
Today we have democracy, Black Lives Matter.
But
Except
it still
Jews.
wasn't
Jewish Lives Matter doesn't.
Okay,
Except Jewish people.
Yeah. So
everyone are mattered.
Today we're much better. We're much better. Yeah, we'd say much better.
Yeah, democracy.
Yeah, sure. So it says the sons of when the Baruch came and said Lo Signov is not you don't steal. When you'll see that you want to steal, and you'll connect to the one, there's a Torah and there's a noise not Torah. Every mitzvah, you have the mitzvah and they have the mitzvah. You have the mitzvah, the one that gave me the orders, and you have the mitzvah, the one that is doing the orders. So the question is, if I'm connected to this country, so I'll pay taxes because I want this country to run as it is. But if I'm just doing the mitzvah without thinking about the mitzvah, so wherever I can get away with it, I get away with it. Because Baruch gives us the mitzvah to tell us the only way you're going to get rid of your genaiva is lo signav, that you'll see that I am the koyach that can give you. You shouldn't do the genaiva. We should call it ich will dir nicht lassen gehen. That the guy is not ready to. Why? Because his algorithm wants to decide that I'm the one that's not stealing, and you are stealing. But I'll take it into account that if I open up a company and a co-company and this and the executive and that this and to put out a public market, and in the meantime you steal all the money, that's heistisch kein genaiva. So that means that you're always busy to work how you say in English. They make the law as they progress. They make the law. It's work for them.
They want the
So it says the sons of that they were ready to accept these laws, but not that I have to decide that I'm not doing it. I'll accept the laws when I'm doing it, and then what I cannot do, I'll set out the laws, the ways that should make me good.
Well, the Rebbe said once that
I know that the Goyim wanted to take bailus. If they're not confident, they're bailus and not stealing.
Exactly.
If they're not Rotzeach,
so
they're taking
call
bailus.
It's all about
Jewish people are what? Don't take bailus.
They're ready to give back. That if I do something, it's a I should know that that's you're giving me. It's not me, it's you that's giving me. It's all you that's doing it, but I'll be able to. I cannot see it. All I can see is my shoiv, and if I'm not there, I can say that it's you. The Siddhim all starts usually. There's we find the Kabbalah Torah says Yomi buimid bar Sinai ma nesiuson merfidim yisim merfidim v'yoimid bar Sinai ma nesiuson mi merfidim ayah b'tshiva af biusom le Sinai ayah b'tshiva. As the Besahan, why do we need twice tshiva? We met already once Shiva yesterday, why make today again Shiva? So there's two types of Shiva. When you're a Fidim, that means in the Shoiv, you have to stand and hear in the Pachad that you shouldn't get broken and know that that's what Kodesh Baruch is giving you to see your Afsis. Then you come to Hasina, so it's Pashtus Agashmis, Rosh says, no, it's a Hava, but you have to do Shiva on that Hava too, to be afraid that you might take it for yourself. So then you go out. So all the time a person has a certain shiva when he's in, the Buddha called it a pachat when he's going to fall, but a bigger pachat when things go along, he shouldn't take it to himself, because then again it's called mekatzes benatiyas.
But if it's all dimyonis, machbat lecha.
Who's running?
If it's all dimyonis, as mazam mishane, if I think it's me, it's not me, it's a dimyon, machbat lecha. So I think that I am.
At the end of the day, you think you're running your place that you're working, and the boss comes in and makes all kinds of mistakes in your eyes. But at the end of the day, you're getting a payment. So that's what's chpat lecha. That means I'll tir kavod am shamshon as a couple pras that you want to. I'm ready to work, even though I don't understand what that pras is, but it's an illusion. That's what I get. So why not?
So then
but even when you're doing what you're doing, it's a dimyon. The Rebbe says,
but
what you're doing is a dimyon. So
that's what the Ramchal tonight, as the Yotzat says, that we always have a person always wants to connect to himself, because that's the true self of himself. And if that is the true self of himself, that he's a dimyon, so then he's always going to try to connect himself, because that's what gives him the trueness. That means as long as I'm busy only with the chitzonis, you're right. So it's a waste of my time. We're playing around here. But you see people go sit all night and looking at movies, looking at films. Now I'm asking you, it's a dimyon or not? But here it's a dimyon, but it's emes lamitan. So they're trying to schlep you away.
Because according to Hashem, it's emes lamita, or because according to us,
that's the maximum that you can get. This dimyon that they're giving you are schlepping you away from the emunah, and the emunah that Kodesh Baruch is giving you is connecting you to self to him. That's what the
real Hashem. Right, the real Hashem.
That's what the Maggid calls it. Anything that disconnects you from your chavach, from your connection. Every time you're doing something, anything that gives you the connection, that is actually Torah mitzvahs. Torah mitzvahs, you started asking a question in the beginning, is the Ramchal says in the Hadith talks about it. There are two types of Tayag mitzvahs. There's Tayag mitzvahs harochnim nekalazeh, and there are Tayag mitzvahs hagashmim. Tayag mitzvahs harochnim is the Ribbono Shel Olam himself. This mitzvah is Yud Kei Vuf Kei. That is the Ribbono Shel Olam himself. The Tayag mitzvahs ha-gashmiyim, the Yud Kei is hidden. So it's called mitzvah and adbash, if you know what that means. That means every time that I put on tefillin on my hand, actually what is giving life to my hand is tefillin shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's what's giving me life. But in order that life... Again, but every time I want to reveal today's portion that I can reveal, that Lucy able to say there, is every time I put on tefillin, I'm putting on gashmizdike tefillin. I'm not putting on rochensdike tefillin. But the Shiur calls that every time you put on tefillin, you make a cheshbon nefesh, I'm gashmi, and the tefillin are gashmi. So how in the world will that tefillin gashmi make that the Meshefa mitzvah sin yismashichlai, that the tefillin of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the sun should come out and neutralize my chomi. So this a minute that a person gives in those minutes that he puts on the tefillin, it's not I'm putting on tefillin. It's not I'm revealing. All I'm doing is giving a bittul, we'll call it, that I'm letting loose that I'm not the Rebbe Shem, so I give a chance for Rebbe Shem to come out. So it's actually all I have to do is the bittul, then the kedusha comes out. To do that kedusha, I cannot just think about it. I have to do something lemaisa. Which lemaisa? The 630 mitzvahs that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave us. Every mitzvah, the gashmis, brings out the chelik from tefillah shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the chelik of the foot of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which is called the minyan, etc.
Because when you're doing the mitzvah, you're mevatel
you have to do it through bittul. That's what the whole Baal Shem Tov says.
You can't just do mitzvahs and think I'm
okay.
doing it.
So when you're doing the mitzvah, you're doing it, you did everything, but you come there, you don't have, Moshe said, you come there, you don't find anything.
Ja, schön, shkoyach.
Weiß, Masliach, shkoyach lachem.
Sei gesund.
Holten es hier, Chaim, מחכה לכם שבוע הבא.
Rebbe, thank you very, very much.
What's your family name of Adam?
Adam.